Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss academic IELTS reading. Yesterday we did general. Today we are doing academic. So the basic difference between both the reading is about length only. I intentionally picked today academic reading so that I can showcase you the difference. See, I told you yesterday as well, in reading there are always three sections, or you can say three parts which you have to cover in 1 hour, 20 minutes each. But in general, in first two sections there are 2 passages each. But in academic there is 1 passage in each of the 3 parts, but they are way lengthier than the general reading. So this is what I'm going to showcase you here. This is the listening that we're gonna do today. The story of silk, the history of the world's most luxurious fabric from ancient China to the present day. This is Cambridge IELTS 11 Test 3. So this is the listening that this is the reading that we're gonna do today. If you will see, this is reading passage 1. This is a complete reading passage 1. And if I flip the page, this is way lengthier. See. And on the next page, there is question. What I mean to say is, in reading passage, in academic reading, in one part, you will get 1 passage only. Whereas in general reading, in one part, there are 2 passages. See? Then it starts reading passage 2. And afterwards reading passage 3. The types of questions, it remains same in both the reading, academic as well as general. Questions like multiple objectives, true, false, not given. But in academic reading, it is mentioned yes, no, not given. So do not get confused. If it is mentioned yes, no, not given, you need to answer your questions in yes, no, not given only. Do not write true for yes and false for your no. Whatever it is given in the question, you have to follow the instructions and answer the questions accordingly. Right. So we are now dwelling in on this reading passage 1, that is the story of silk. So I am going to read it and you people gonna read it as well. This is Cambridge IELTS 11 Test 3. Before reading, you should always see what is the first question. What question is demanding. So let's see what is the first question. The question instructions. Please read the instructions carefully. It is saying, choose 1 word only from the passage for each answer. 1 word only. It means the answer should be in 1 word. If it is mentioned 1 word, the answer should be 1 word. Do not write any helping verb with it. Do not write any other word with it. The technique for filling the blanks is, you need to fill the answer and then read it, that it is matching, it is making a meaningful sentence. If it is making a meaningful sentence, it means the answer is right. If it is not making a meaningful sentence, it means your answer is wrong. This is the only tip for filling the blanks. Now read the first question. Early silk production in India, in China. Silkworm cocoon help into emperor's wife's dash. So they are saying we need to now look for the words silkworm, cocoon, emperor's wife. So we need to look for these words in the reading passage. Let's find out quickly. Read the first paragraph, the very first paragraph. Silk is a fine, smooth material produced from the cocoon's soft protective shells that are made by mulberry silkworms. Legend that it has wife of the Yellow Emperor, ruler of China, is about 3000 BC, who discovered silkworms. One account of the story goes that as she was taking a walk in her husband's gardens, she discovered that silkworms were responsible for the destruction of several mulberry trees. Next, she collected a number of cocoons and sat down to have a rest. It just so happened that while she was sipping some tea, one of the cocoons that she had collected landed in the hot tea and started to unravel into the fine thread. Now read the question again. The question is, read the question again. The first question is, silkworm cocoon fell into emperor's wife. किसमें गिरता है? We have just read it, into the tea. It is mentioned here. Landed in the hot tea. See, it landed in the hot tea. So the answer is tea. Now quickly we will read the second question. Read the second question. Emperor's wife invented a dash to pull out silk fibers. Now we need to find out what she invented to pull out the silk fibers. Read it. We have read till T. One of the cocoons, this thread around her fingers. Subsequently, she persuaded her husband to allow her to rear silkworms on a grove of mulberry trees. She also devised a special reel to draw the fibers. What she used to draw the fibers, to pull out the fibers? Reel. So this becomes your answer. Okay. This is your second answer. Let's read the third question. Third question. Only dash were allowed to produce silk. Only dash were allowed. So what it was allowed? Let's read the next paragraph. Read the next paragraph. What they are saying. Originally, silkworm farming was solely restricted to women. It is solely restricted to women. So the answer is women. Let's read the fourth question. Fourth question. Only dash were allowed to wear silk. Only dash were allowed. Let's find out. See. Let's read this paragraph. And it was they who were responsible for the growing, harvesting and weaving. Silk quickly grew into a symbol of status, and originally only royalty were entitled to have clothes made of silk. The question is only dash were allowed, and here the answer is only royalty were originally allowed to wear silk. So the answer turns out to be royalty. Let's quickly read the next question. We are on the fifth question. Silk used as a form of dash. Silk used as a form of dash. Let's quickly find out in the passage. See, here it is. Silk only form used as a dash. Let's read. Silk was so prized that it was also used as a unit of currency. It used as a unit of currency. So it turns out to be your fifth answer. Let's read the next question. The next, there is a particular heading. Silk reaches rest of world. No, we skipped the sixth one. Evidence found of dash made from silk around 1608 AD. Sixth question. Let's quickly find out in the passage. See, read this please. It's given. fishing lines, bowstrings, musical instruments, and paper were all made using silk. The earliest indication of silk paper being used as discovered in the tomb of a noble who is estimated to have died around 168 AD. And this 168 AD, it is mentioned in the question as well. So the answer turns out to be paper. Let's read the next question. I hope you people are getting this. Yesterday we discussed headings and true false not given questions. So today I picked up this filling the blanks so that you can be comfortable with all types of questions. Let's quickly read the 7th question. Merchants use Silk Road to take silk westward and bring back dash and precious metals. What they used to bring back? Let's find out the answer. So we are now on the next page. And this is the first line of the next page. It is mentioned, bringing gold, silver and wool to the east. They have already mentioned precious metals, that is silver, in your answer, in your question. So the only thing left is wool. So we need to write that the answer becomes wool. Wool. Let's read the next question. That is the 8th question. Question number 8. 550 AD dash hide silkworm eggs in canes and take them to Constantinople. We need to find out this 550 AD in the passage. So let's quickly find out. See, in this whole thing, in this whole passage, where you can see 550. Somewhere around here. And here is the answer only. See, I have circled it for you. 550 AD. So the answer is monks. Monks working for the Byzantine Emperor Justinian smuggle silkworm eggs to Constantinople, Istanbul in modern day Turkey in 550 AD. You got it? You have to very quickly find out the main things which is mentioned in the question from the passage. Underline that stuff. Next question, the 9th one. "20th century dash and other man-made fibers cause decline in silk production." Dash cause decline in silk production. Let's find out this answer. See, the question is 20th century. 20th century. So we need to look upon near 19th century so that we can find out the answer. Very quickly in the passage, find out 19th or 20th century. The mention of 19th and 20th century. So it is being mentioned here. The 19th century. Now read it. The 19th century and industrialization saw the downfall of the European silk industry. Cheaper Japanese silk trade, in which was greatly facilitated by the opening of Suez Canal, was one of the many factors driving the trend. Then in the 20th century, see it's mentioned here, 20th century, new man-made fibers such as nylon. So the answer turns out to be nylon. Can you see this 20th century? So this is how we need to do the filling the blanks. I hope these 9 questions, you got the answers and the explanation for these 9 questions. Now I am switching forward to the next part of this passage, which is true, false, not given. Do not get hyper, do not lose your patience, be calm, read the question very carefully and very gently with a smiling face. Find your answer. Surely you will get your answer. Very politely. Do not lose your patience, please. Read the 10th question. What it is saying. Dash was the most valuable material transported along the Silk Road. Gold was the most valuable material transported to the Silk Road. This is absolutely a contradictory statement because we have read that it was a valuable material. It was silver. We have read it and we have even marked it in the answer here. This, when we marked it. So the answer turns out to be false because it is a contradictory statement. When it is a contradictory statement, you need to give false. Now, quickly the next question. Eleventh question. Most tradesmen only went along certain sections of the Silk Road. Certain sections of the Silk Road. Let's find out the answer. It's on the very first page, because on the first page they are talking about the roots. Okay, so I got the answer. Root. It is being mentioned here. Root. The answer is true. They are saying few merchants traveled the entire route. So the answer is true. Now, let's read the next question. Twelfth question. Question number 12. The Byzantines spread the practice of silk production across the West. Let's find out the answer. Read this, please. The Byzantines were as secretive as the Chinese. However, and for many centuries, the weaving and trading of silk fabric was a strict imperial monopoly. The answer is false, because in the question it is mentioned, it spread the practice of silk production across the West, and there it is saying that it was a strict monopoly. It's a contradictory statement. So the answer is false. Last question. Let's read the last question of this passage. Silk yarn makes up the majority of silk currently exported from China. Please read it. So the answer is not given. Okay, so I hope this passage 1 is clear to you all. Now we are heading towards passage 2. Passage 2, which reads, Great Migrations. Great Migrations. Read the passage. Great Migrations. So this is a passage that we are going to discuss. Let's read the questions first. What the question is saying. The demand of the question is, it is again true, false, not given. Let's read it carefully. Question number 14. Yes, with all the positive vibes, with a smiling face, we're gonna do it. Local gulls and migrating archaic terms behave in the same way when offered food. So this is the question and let's find out. Let's read the question number 14. Local gulls and migrating archaic terms behave in the same way when offered food. They are saying that they both behave in the same way when offered food. So let's find out in the passage. Read the passage. Read it. Animal migration, however, it is defined as far more than just the movement of animals. It can loosely be described as travel that takes place at regular intervals, often in an annual cycle, that may involve many members of a species and is awarded only after a long journey. It suggests inherited instinct. The biologist Hugh Dingle has identified 5 characteristics that apply in varying degrees and combinations to all migrants. They are prolonged movements that carry animals outside familiar habitats that tend to be linear, not zigzaggy. They involve special behaviors concerning preparation such as overfeeding. They are saying that they have a special behaviors, and the question is that they both are same when they offered food. So the answer turns out to be False. It's a contradictory statement. Let's read the next question. Question number 15. Experts' definitions of migration tend to vary according to their area of study. They are saying that it tend to vary according to their area of study. Let's quickly find out the answer. Read the passage carefully. See, in the question it's mentioned experts. So whenever it is mentioned expert, the expert has a synonym with scientist, biologist, the people who do the research work. So these are scientists only. So very quickly in the passage, find out the word scientist or biologist. You will find it. See, I have found it. Here it is. So according to the experts, it is a complex one. So that statement turned out to be true. I repeat, if it is given experts in your question, then you should look for the words scientist or biologist in the passage. Very smartly look for the synonyms so that you can locate the answer quickly and promptly at one side. Let's read the next question. Sixteenth question. Very few experts agree that the movement of aphids can be considered migration. Very few experts agree that movement of aphids can be considered migration. So we need to find out the word movement of aphids in the passage. Let's quickly find out. Come on. I hope you all are getting the meaning. Let's find out. Movement of aphids. I found it. Movement of aphids. See, they are not talking about migration thing. They have just saying that the movement of aphids when having depleted the young leaves on one food plant, their offspring, then they fly onward to different host plant. But they are not saying that it is being confirmed by the experts. So the statement turned out to be not given. They are saying that they go from one place to another, but they are not saying that it is being proven by the experts. So it is not given. See, do not get confused in false and not given. False means the statement turns out to be exactly opposite what the question is saying and what it is given in the passage. Not given is there is no mention about such thing in the passage. So that is not given. What you need to do is you need to divide the statement in three parts. Very smartly divided. Like we take the example of this only, which we have discussed a few seconds ago. See the question. What you can do, you can like divided into three parts. This is your one part, and this turns out to be your second, and afterwards your third. So just judge the meaning of these parts in the question. If all the three parts matches, then the statement is true. If only two part matches, then the statement is false. If only one part matches, then the statement is not given. So this is a technique that you can use for identifying false, not given and true. This technique demands practice. So with practice, you will be able to achieve it. And it is really fruitful. This technique is really worthy. Okay, now let's quickly find out the next answer. We are on the 17th question. 17th question. Aphids' journeys are affected by the changes in the light that they perceive. So we have just read about the aphids. I think it should be in the next paragraph. Here it is. Okay, I even find out the answer. See, here they are talking about all the description of aphids. And on the next page, they are saying, read it. Sensitive to blue light from the sky when it's time for takeoff on their big journey, and sensitive to yellow light affected from tender young leaves when it's appropriate to land. So it is true because it has been affected by the light. Read it again. Come on. Read it again. Okay, so we are left with one more question. It's 18th question of true, false, not given. Let's read the question. Do not lose your energy. Come on, be active. Read it. Read the 18th question. Dingle's aim is to distinguish between the migratory behaviors of different species. Migratory behavior of different species. Let's find out the answer. See, question is saying that Dingle focuses on evaluation of finding migratory species of different, but here it is saying that they are finding how evolution has produced them all, and they are in the question. It is mentioned that different species, and here it is given all. So it turns out to be a contradictory statement, and that's why the answer is false. Now we are heading towards the next questions. which is heading. See the question. Complete each sentence with the correct ending A to G below. Write the correct letter A to G in boxes 6 to 9 on your answer sheet. The question is the first question. According to Dingle, migratory routes are likely to. Okay, let's quickly find out where it is mentioned in the passage. Migratory routes, I think we read it on the first page, on the first paragraph. It is mentioned linear, not zigzaggy. Now see the options available. See the given options. Do you people understand the meaning of linear? Linear means straight. Zigzaggy means this. So, look for the synonym in the answer. Straight. C. So, you guys can shout out what is the correct answer. It's G. Straight. They follow a straight line. Next question, please. Next question. Question number, I guess, 20th. Yes, let's read the question. To prepare for migration, animals are likely to. To prepare for migration, animals are likely to. Migration. We have read this word migration in the passage number of times. Let's find out. What they do for them? उनको prepare करने के लिए migration को prepare so that the birds can migrate from one place to another. उनको वो क्या करते थे? What preparation they do in advance? It's given. Read. It's given. They do preparation of overfeeding. Overfeeding. Let's find out this word in the options available. Come on, find out the word. Overfeeding in the passage, in the given answers. Find out the word. Overfeeding means to add more than the immediate. So the answer turns out to be C. C is the answer. For 20th question, C is the answer. Please read 21st question. Read it carefully. During migration, animals are unlikely to. During migration, animals are unlikely to. Read the first paragraph only. The last lines. And one more, migrating animals maintain an intense alternativeness to the greater mission, which keeps them undistracted by temptations and undeterred by challenges that would turn other animals aside. So, it is given in the options that discouraged by difficulties. This is your answer. Let's read the next question. Archaic terms illustrate migrating animals' ability to. Archaic terms illustrate migrating animals' ability to. Let's find out the word archaic in your passage. Archaic. You people able to find out. Archaic term. Find out, please. Here it is. Second paragraph. Archaic. What it is saying, why the archaic turn resists distraction? Because it is driven at that moment by an instinctive sense of something we humans find admirable, larger purpose. In other words, it is determined to reach its destination. The bird senses that it can eat, rest and mate later. Right now, it is totally focused on the journey. Its undivided intent is arrival. So, focused on the journey. The question is, archaic terns illustrate the migrating animal's ability to focused on the journey. So, the answer is, let's find out the related answer which is given in the options available. What you seems to be the answer? Read A. We have already done the A. We have marked it. Travel in open land? No. Eat more than? No. Be repeated daily? No. Ignore distraction. Focused on the journey, ignore distractions. So do you find any relevance between the two? Yes, there is a relevance. Both are saying that they are focused and they avoid distractions. So this turns out to be your answer. I hope that you're getting something out of this video and you are learning how to find out the correct answers. And today we did true, false, not given and filling the blanks questions. I hope that it will be really beneficial for you people, and you won't get disturbed or distract while doing reading. Everything in life, whatever we do, it demands concentration, focus and determination. If you lack any of these, definitely you will fall. But if you will be courageous and you will be static, you won't get distracted, definitely you will win and you will shine. So we all are born to shine. I don't know what happened. I'll have a glass of water after this video, and kindly please watch all the videos, share with your friends, and do subscribe my channel. Comment what next video you want me to make on. Must buy my writing task 2 book. Call on 708-740-3550. I repeat, my number is 708-740-3550. Do not forget to mention sharing my videos among your friends. Must watch the videos. Clear all your doubts. Clear all your queries. We did today Cambridge IELTS 11 Test 3. This is the test we did today. I'll be coming up tomorrow with another reading module, or I can make video on listening as well. So please leave your comments on what module I shall make the video. I know you all want me to make a video on academic IELTS task 1, covering all the task 1. I will be releasing my book on academic task 1 soon, for sure, very soon, and you will get all the formats, all the vocabulary related to each and every type of task 1. So don't worry about it. This is the test we did today. The Story of Silk. Take out the prints from this. These are Cambridge books. You can find it on Google, and I can even share the link in the description so that you can download the books and you can practice it. Must attempt this Story of Silk today and see your band score. See where you find difficulty. Comment that these are the questions you are finding to understand. I will surely explain that. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel. Share the videos among your friends. You can follow me on my Instagram account, on my Facebook account, as well as you can call me. My number is 708-740-3550. Thank you. Take care. All the best. I wish you all huge success. Thank you.